Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Boxingwave. I want to do a quick reaction to the Keyshawn Davis slaughter of Gustavo Lemos. 2 round destruction, absolute destruction. First round went pretty smooth, just outboxed him, barely got touched in that first round. Um, and then in the second round, he just took him out, man. Knocked him down 3 times. The third time, he got hit with a flurry, and Keyshawn finished him off with a hard right hand. I mean, Keyshawn winning is not the surprise. It's the ease of it that's the surprise. I mean, we kept talking about it all night, all day, about how this had upset written all over it because Gustavo came in overweight. It was a hometown fight. You know, Keyshawn absolutely destroyed this dude. I don't know what happened with Richardson Hitchens. I did a breakdown for the fight. I thought Keyshawn is better. I think Keyshawn is better than Richardson Hitchens. So I was expecting him on a skill standpoint to be better. But just the night, the air, the hometown fight, the 6 pound overweight thing made me extremely nervous. You guys seen the video. And Keyshawn destroyed him in 2 rounds. It looked like a boxer against a bodybuilder. It looks like they took a random big muscular guy from any random place and put him in a ring with an actual boxer. That was the outcome. Gustavo Lemos looks so bad. I mean, just lunging in, just throwing punches completely off balance. He got cracked. I mean, this is a prime example of making a fighter miss and making him pay. You know what I mean? This is what you do when a fighter is lunging in like that. That's what you do. And again, I don't know what Hitchens was doing in that fight because he hyped this guy up good. You know what I mean? Like, he made Lemos look like a very dangerous fighter. Keyshawn did it with ease. Even with the weight advantage, he did it with ease. He destroyed this guy and did it in only 2 rounds. Very, very good performance. When a fighter fights the best fighter on their resume and they perform better than they have done in any other fight. I mean, this is the best fight for Keyshawn. And this was the most dangerous fighter and also the biggest fighter that he fought. When you perform like this on what's supposed to be your most dangerous opponent, it's pretty clear that he's better than what we've all seen. He's actually better. And sometimes it's just a style matchup. Sometimes the styles just falls right in your court. Keyshawn, some guys are better KO artists. And some guys are just better boxers. And that KO artist, when he runs into a guy that has just the perfect style to match his, they just underperform when they can't get the KO. Whereas the boxer who struggled a little bit more, fight against that same opponent, may do better. And this is a prime example of that. And Lemos, he had nothing for Keyshawn. What's next? Well, he called out Tank. I doubt that fight happens. Not saying that Tank is running for him or anything like that. It's just that I think at this point it's pretty clear how Tank's opponents are picked. Okay, they're not normally these kind of fights. The Keyshawns or like the Shakurs. I don't think those are the fights that's going to happen. The Devin Haney's. I'm not expecting a Tank fight. I think Keyshawn just got to keep working his way to a title. I know him and Shakur would never fight, at least not at this point in their careers. I don't believe they'll fight. But Keyshawn is probably open to fight anybody else. I believe Lomachenko is done. I think Tank won't be available for him. I don't know what Denny Sporanchik is doing. But I am looking forward to see him in a title fight really, really soon. If not next, probably maybe towards the end of next year. Hopefully, we get Keyshawn in a championship fight. I think he's worthy of it. You know, I think he's worthy. I know he doesn't have against like 12 pro fights. I think he's worthy of it. I still would like to see the Andy Cruz fight, because I think um, the pros is a different thing, and I know Andy beat him in the amateurs and likes to call him his son and all that, but I would like to see him in a real fight and see how that plays out. A good one for Keyshawn. By the way, I just want to also add, I thought the whole night was a perfect night for him. Both of his brothers won. They went the distance, but they both picked up wins. Keon was his debut. So congratulations on Keon for winning his debut fight. Kelvin went the distance, hurt his opponent towards the end of the fight, but it was kind of a slow fight for Kelvin, but Kelvin won his fight. Keyshawn obviously dominated, and the sisters, they did a good national anthem together. And I think Keyshawn's ring walk was one of the better ring walks I've seen in a very long time. I think his ring walk was excellent. It kind of reminded me when I went to historically black college years back, and having a band there kind of reminded me of the drum line and all that. I thought it was dope. I thought it was real dope, man. It was really entertaining and it was different. I'm always say this to you guys. I'm tired of the rappers coming out with a microphone. You don't even hear what they're saying. They just walk into the ring with the box. I'm tired of that. I think that's played out. I felt like what I felt in this ring walk, if I felt like that when Gary Russell came out with the whole Black Panther thing, or he had some kind of theme where he came out, was pretty dope. But I like the ring walk. I like the national anthem they did. It just was the perfect night for Virginia, and I think that they need to hold more fights there. To be honest, I think they did the same thing with Bud Crawford, and you got to have these guys fight in their whole time. Shakur and Newark, you know what I mean? Have these fights in your hometown. Have them there. You know what I mean? Gain. See, I know he sold out, but raise the prices to the tickets. People are gonna show up and support. You can wait on Vegas and New York, and all these other places that people fight at. Have something for Virginia. You know what I mean? Let you be the household name down there in Norfolk, Virginia. You know what I mean? I think that's good. I seen Pusha T in the crowd. I seen a lot of people showed up to support, and I think that's a good thing, and I think they should continue doing that for fighters coming from where they come from. Just like Ennis recently with Philly, he's gonna have his fight in Philly tonight. I will be live for that. All right, so I overall, it's not much to say. I mean, Lemos looked like he just didn't belong in there. I mean, he got destroyed easily, manhandled. He couldn't do nothing with this kid. Abdullah Mason and Vasquez, I think it was Vasquez, gave us one of the best rounds of the year. Abdullah Mason got dropped twice in that first round. All right. He dropped his opponent in the first round as well. They kept trading. Vasquez, Johan Vasquez. Definitely the most seasoned fighter he fought and the most powerful. But Abdullah needs things, got to work on things. I've been saying it for a minute now. It's good. He's only 20 years old, but needs to work on his craft a little bit, his defense. All right, the chin is up, his hands are down. And I think the issue really is when he's ready to finish you off, when he has you hurt. That's when he's a danger to himself. And I compared him a little bit to Anthony Joshua based on his loss to Andy Ruiz and his loss to Daniel Dubois. He lands a good shot and he gets tunnel vision. and then he wants to go for the kill and disregards everything when it comes to, being a boxer. He walks straight in to finish you off, and that's when he gets caught. Often I remind people of the Danny Jacobs, who's the commentator, the Danny Jacobs fight. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, the Latin Snake, Sergio Moro, reminds me of that first fight they had, that first round. But Mason stopped him in the second round. It was just too much. All right. So we want to get the stoppages, and I think that's good that he's going on a good stopping spree, and that's up. That's what's up. But don't have that chin out there, man. Don't have that chin. The chin was just too far up in the air. And he definitely need to work on that, But good night of fights for the most part. The Troy Isley fight was kind of slow until the very end. Same thing with the Kelvin Davis fight. It was kind of slow until the end, the last final rounds. I think the last 3 rounds or so of the Troy Isley fight got pretty good. But it was kind of slow for a minute. And that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much a shout out to everyone that was here last night. And I'll see you guys again in a little while. All right. Please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, share the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.